Everybody, what's up? It's Life with D and Cooking with D, and today we are here at Vom Fass, Hamilton Town Center, and we're here for kind of a special cooking night that they do a couple of times. And let's meet our host this evening. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I am Sundaresh. My wife and I own the stores, Vom Fass. We have a oil, vinegar, and spice store here in Hamilton Town Center in Noblesville. What else would you like to know? We got
Tell us a little bit about what happened tonight. We had some people come in here, different couples and things. Give us an idea.
Twice a month we host a cooking class where we teach cooking all kinds of food. So tonight's theme was Indian cuisine. So we had recipes from India that we prepared here using oils, vinegars, and spices from the store.
Tell us what was on the menu tonight, if you can.
Tonight's menu we had an aloo chaat, which is a potato bites. Spiced with spices, oils, and vinegars. Then we had a lamb burger, more like a gourmet. We had chicken tikka, and we finished off with the dessert, which was a vermicelli pudding. It's kind of similar to a rice pudding, but instead of rice, use vermicelli and saffron.
And so all this food is pre-cooked, and people just come in and get it, or what's the deal?
No, you come here, you cook it, and you eat it.
Oh, okay, great. So you come in, you bring a date, you come by yourself, you cook it, fun environment, talking among yourselves, things like that. What's the cost for something like this?
It ranges between $12 and $15 each per person.
That sounds great. And how long does it take? Is it a couple hours?
Yes,
or?
It usually starts at 6:30, goes on through 8:30.
Okay. And if people enjoyed what they were doing that night, and they say they like the lamb burger, they like the chicken, walk us through a couple of things here in the store that you have that other people might want to include in their cooking repertoire at home. Show us a couple of the things in here that are some of your more popular things.
So like I said, we have oils, vinegars, and spices. We have oils and vinegar spices from all over the world. You can go to any grocery store and find a vinegar, but you have to be very careful what kind of vinegar you get. So what we have here is our traditional balsamic vinegars. So balsamic vinegar is traditionally made in Modena, Italy, or the Reggio Emilia region in Italy. So this one right here, it's called the Maletti. The recipe was owned by a single family. The gentleman who formulated the recipe is called David Maletti, and hence the name. That's been aged 12 years in wooden casks, wooden barrels.
I mean, is there really a difference between 3 years, 6 years, 12 years? Everybody wonders that. Are you just paying for a number? Does it really taste different?
It tastes very different. It's like wine, right? You can buy a 3-year bottled wine, or you can buy a 25-year bottled wine, and there's a big difference. Or bourbon or scotch. The longer it ages, the better it tastes. The smoother it is, the more robust the flavors. The longer it tastes, the more the flavors from the wooden barrel gets blends into the vinegar itself or the scotch.
Now,
so it definitely tastes good.
A lot of people go out and they go to a Kroger or somewhere, they buy a bottle of balsamic vinegar. They think it's great. They don't understand the complexity of letting it age, go through the barrels, go through the time frame, and they're singular in their interest. They maybe just put it on a salad. Give me an idea of some of the stuff that you tell people to try this on that they might not have thought of before, something else that they'd put it on.
This aged vinegar, for example, the one which I just showed you, the 12-year, that's great on ice cream. It's not something that you think of. It's good on ice cream, it's good on cheese, it's good on fruits. So watermelon and balsamic vinegar.
That's a lot of different things.
Strawberries and balsamic vinegar, delicious. So it's great in desserts, it's great for cooking. You can use it as a marinade. So like tonight we used balsamic vinegar to pickle the onions that was put on top of the burgers.
Do you have any of those we can look at?
Sure.
All right, let's take a look at them and see. Show the viewers here as we're walking through the store. Give us an idea of some other stuff you have going on in here.
So we also have these great bread dipping sets. I mean, you asked what can you use the oils and vinegars for. That's a good bread dipping set. It's got a combination of an oil, a vinegar, and a spice. So you mix the three together and makes a really good bread dipping. Kind of something you find in an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, most places you would get a lower grade quality oil. And here this is really high grade quality.
Yeah. And then these are great gifts. These are what we call regional sets. Each one has a recipe for a dish from the region. So here's a wild mushroom ragu. It's got 2 oils. It's a garlic oil, it's a porcini oil, and the aged balsamic vinegar.
And I have to tell you personally, the first time I'd been in here, I bought this particular one here, and I love it. And it was one of the best things that I bought, so I'm happy with that. Going back in here into the refrigerator, let's see what he's going to pull out here. Oh yes, the hit of the evening.
So this is the pickled onions. So this is balsamic vinegar, which is aged 3 years. The balsamic vinegar was aged 3 years. So the one I showed you was aged 12 years. This is aged 3 years. The onions were pickled in this vinegar for 2 days. Just tarragon salt, balsamic vinegar, and onion. And leave it in the bottle for 2 to 3 days, and you have the best pickled onions.
Now you said tarragon salt. I look at my salt rack, and I have salt. I have some regular salt, some coarse salt, but tarragon salt. Many people might not have heard of that. What is that? Something you guys sell here?
Sea salt. It's sea salt infused with tarragon.
Okay.
So it's got a nice herby flavor to it.
Okay.
And it enhances, especially when you do things like pickling.
Right. And here is Amy.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good.
Amy doesn't like to be on camera right now. Okay, so we saw some oils up front, and we go back here and we start to see spices.
There are all kinds of spices.
And
these are great for grilling, good for barbecue.
One of the interesting things we find out about a store like this is a lot of people get their spices from wherever they go. They go to a Walmart or a Kroger, and the quality difference. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what are we doing here?
So quality is different, right? So if we can close up on this one. Look at the ingredients. There is not one ingredient in here that you cannot pronounce, spell, or recognize. There are no additives. This is only the real deal. And that's important. You know what you're putting in your body. Now, is this important not only from a health conscious standpoint, but from a flavor standpoint, adding the additives and preservatives and things, forcibly change the color and things like that? Dilutes the flavor. Absolutely makes a big difference. This has no salt in it. So we got spices here that have no salt. So you control this salt intake. When you buy a blend from a grocery store, you don't know how much salt there is. It just says salt or sodium or something like that. You never know how much salt. So you have no way to control the salt intake.
And do you have a personal preference on something here that you really like? Like you can't go in your daily life without having insert this particular item.
This one. This is a penne seasoning. It's like
Let's see what we got over here.
It's more like an Italian seasoning. I like it because it's spicy. I like everything spicy. This is really, really spicy.
Look at that.
Delicious. I put this on. Again, look at the ingredients. There is nothing that you do not know.
Chili, 40% medium, garlic, tomatoes, salt, black olives, zucchini, oregano. Nice combination of stuff. Things most people might not think to put together. And since we're on the subject of spices tonight, we had Indian cooking. For the person who just kind of goes out and thinks inside of the box, you think Indian cooking, you think of curry. Tell us a little bit. Do you have any curries that you have here in particular?
Good question. I mean, look at down there. These are all different kinds of curries. Curries originated in India. So the Madras curry is the original curry powder.
And it says mild. Now, what are we talking about for the average person? We say mild, hot, spicy. Is spicy for a normal person just way too much and way out over the end, or
not necessarily? Spicy just means there's a little more heat to it. So Thai curry is spicy. This one, Madras curry, is not spicy. Pineapple curry is dry. I'm sorry, sweet, because it's really got dried pineapples.
Okay, and take us. It looks like we got 2 more walls to go to, and maybe even a wall here behind us. I saw this lovely
our wellness and beauty oil section. We have oils for your skin, for your hair.
What a wonderful idea to have. When somebody's in here and they're thinking about bettering their body from a standpoint of better spices, better food, why not have an area to be able to better the outside of your skin and your body
inside
also?
As well as out. Right?
Yes.
So this is Evening Primrose, great oil for skin, any kind of skin ailment. Eczema, psoriasis, sunburn, diaper rash, or just you have dry skin. That's a great oil for your skin. Argan oil is good for hair, healthy hair growth.
And many people might not have ever heard of either one of these things. I mean, argan, Evening Primrose. Before here, I hadn't heard of either one of them, and
Argan,
I can attest.
Argan is a common ingredient in shampoos and conditioners. So you find a lot of conditioners which will have argan.
On higher end ones, though, right? We're not talking about the $1 bottles from the cheap things. These are very nice and healthy.
Not only are they higher end, but they also have only 10% or 15% of argan. This is 100% argan. There's nothing else to it. It's just argan oil. So it's really good. It's also good as a salad dressing. It's good inside as well as out.
And it looks like we got two more sections over here.
These are some more spices. So we have peppers.
Most people, once again, they know about black pepper and white pepper. So you have pink peppercorns.
Pink peppers. There's grains of paradise. There's Szechuan pepper, which is lemon pepper. And we have orange pepper. We have white, green peppers. I
have to tell you that grains of paradise are one of my absolute favorite things to cook with. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is from a standpoint of this particular item, its costs and things? I mean, it's obviously significantly more expensive than other things. Is it a popular item? Is it something that people see as an alternative to using normal pepper in moderate amounts, or?
Grains of Paradise is more specialized peppers. We usually include it with a mixed peppercorn. It's got a very pungent taste. It's different. It's different when compared to any of the other peppers. It's very common in North African type cuisine, where they have a lot of earthy flavors. Grains of Paradise really.
And as you get items like this or items like saffron or things like that, you can notice while the price looks like it's something that's a little bit up there, it's not. This a little bit goes a long way with these type items, and to not have something like in your kitchen is doing you definitely a disservice. Just having a little bit of it can change your food.
Yeah, but again, if you notice, the ingredients, there's only peppercorns. There's nothing else to it. So the flavor is very pronounced.
I'm noticing that's a theme with most of your items here.
All our items. We also have these quick meal sets, right? Meal in a box. What that is you have this spicy shrimp. This sheet of paper has a recipe in the back, so you can make.
Look at that.
With this quantity, this set, you can make a meal for up to 4 people. 2 meals for up to 4 people. So
that's incredible.
This goes a long ways.
And how much is that?
This is $15.
So it's $15 bucks for something you can't get at a normal store, and that everybody's going to love.
Well, and if you look at, this one right here, right? So this is chicken with asparagus. This has chicken spice, vinegar, and oil. All you need to shop for is the chicken breast itself, asparagus, and salt if you want. You can skip on the salt. So,
great.
The total meal, 2 meals, $17.
Tell us, for the guy out there, the girl out there, the family that's listening and maybe hasn't journeyed up here, because I could be honest with you, I just found out about this place relatively recently. What would make them want to come in and take a look around? I mean, I know that the staff is absolutely incredible here, very helpful. You go to places where people don't know about what they're selling. You guys know what you're selling here. You have a great idea. What's going to bring me into your place as opposed to telling me to stop somewhere else?
The quality of the product, right? I mean, you saw the spices, the ingredients are great. The oils and vinegars are from the source. There's no contamination. There's no middleman. We get it straight from the farmers, from farm to table. Well, not quite farm to table, but we
as close as you can get.
As close as you can get. And with all the stories that you hear about, how oil can be contaminated, none of this. We give you cards with every single product that tells you where the oil was made, who the farmers, where it was produced. So there is no 2 ways about it.
Tell us your hours.
We follow mall hours, so we are open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday from noon to 6 p.m.
And what if somebody wants to find out about your cooking classes you're talking about?
You can go to our Facebook page. It's Vom Fass Indie. Or you can go to our website, or you can call us. We are at the Hamilton Town Center.
Now, if you go to the website, you're not going to get the smell, the aromas, and
or even to taste it.
And something else that I noticed too, you walk around, what are you going to do for people that want to try the 20 different types of balsamic vinegar you have? You're going to pull a spoon out.
We're going to pull a spoon out, and we'll recommend different combination that goes perfectly with your cuisine preference.
You try to open a bottle in a normal store of something and try it, you're going to get thrown out. So,
or you end up buying it.
Or you end up buying it.
Not only that, I mean, you end up buying a 375 milliliter bottle, take it home, only to find out it's not as good as you expected it to be. Here, we give you different sizes, so you can buy
That's another thing too. You can buy from the smallest up to the largest
up to
cask size you want, whatever you want to get. Okay, well, tell us your name again.
Sundaresh.
Okay, Sundaresh, we are going to post this up, Life with D, Cooking with D, and hopefully we'll get some subscribers out of this, and we appreciate you taking the time to let us interview. We got about a 15-minute interview there, so thank you much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hit the subscribe button below this, Life with D, Cooking with D. We appreciate it. Indian Cooking Night. Take care.